Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do another comparison video between two fragrances from the house of Ajmal. So we have got Amir 1, which was launched in 2021, and Amir 2, which was launched in 2022. So I first tried these in 2022 when I went to Dubai, and when I first tried them in store, I preferred Amir 2 over Amir 1, but you will be interested to see actually what my final verdict is at the end of this video. So I'm just going to quickly show you the packaging. So both fragrances are packaged in exactly the same way. So Amir 1 is a blue box with gold detail, and also the cap of Amir 1 is blue with gold detail. And Amir 2 has a green box with gold detail, and also the cap is green with gold detail. So the bottles themselves as well are quite heavy. It looks like they've been made from like really good quality glass, which is quite heavy actually, considering that it's just a 50 ml fragrance. And the caps are really pretty as well and quite heavy. You can of course use them as a paperweight after you have finished using the bottles. So just to note though, before I start with my comparisons, that these two fragrances are nothing like the other comparison reviews that I've done. So before this, I did a comparison review from two houses from Andy Tower. Then I've also done a comparison review between Reflection, the original Reflection, and Reflection 45 by Amouage, and also Dia and Dia 40 by Amouage. So those are really complex fragrances, and therefore there was a lot to say about them. But these two aren't as complex as those fragrances, so it's pretty straightforward. You've got an opening and then you've got a dry down. So that's what we're going to talk about, the differences between the two. I'm going to start off with Amir 1. So Amir 1 has got top notes of bergamot, lemon, lavender, and clary sage. Then it's got middle notes of sandalwood, rose, jasmine, lily of the valley, and patchouli. And then you've got base notes of oud, amber, and musk. So in the air, I'm just going to spray it on my sleeve actually, because I really like this one. First spray in the air, it smells beautiful. It smells a little bit animalic as well. On my skin as well, when I spray it on my skin, I get some freshness from the bergamot and the lemon. I also get some slightly animalic oud too, and some musk and some sage. There's also like a nice mix of florals that start coming out after about 10 to 15 minutes. So the projection of Amir 1 is incredible. Like it literally fills up the room nicely with the nice Middle Eastern, slightly animalic oud scent. Now, I don't actually remember it smelling like this in store when I first tried it 2 years ago. And the reason for that is because when you're in store, they spray so many other fragrances as well, not just for you, but for like other customers. So you've got so many scents up in the air already that when you try fragrances in store, it's very difficult to actually say that what you're smelling is the true smell of the fragrance. This is an example of that. This is very different to what I smelled in store 2 years ago. So I was quite amazed by that. So on the blotter, this opens a little bit different. It's more fresh, musky, and you can definitely get the sandalwood and the lavender. But the oud is not really there on the blotter. It's more fresh. So Amir 1, I definitely preferred it on skin. I definitely recommend that you try it out on your skin when you're not in a room full of fragrances already. So this is a mass appealing oriental scent. If you like the typical Middle Eastern perfume DNA, then I think you will like this, especially if you like animalic oud scents. When Amir 1 dries down, it becomes a oudi, ambery, sandalwood, slightly musky scent. As I said, there's like a mix of florals as well in there, but it's very difficult to actually pick out which florals you can smell. The skankiness of the oud also tones down as the amber and the sandalwood notes kind of start to pick up. On the blotter, you can clearly smell the lavender from the florals, and that seems to stay. And you get the lightest hints of jasmine and lily of the valley as well. So on the blotter, you can clearly tell which florals you can smell. On my skin, I couldn't really detect particular floral notes. So this projects immensely for the first hour or so, and then it becomes like a close skin scent, which you can definitely smell, but it doesn't project as much as it did at the start. Overall, Amir 1 lasted approximately 7 hours on my skin, which is quite good, and I also like the scent profile, so this one is definitely a yes from me. Then we will move on to Amir 2. So Amir 2 was launched in 2022, and in this you've got top notes of nutmeg, rose, geranium, pepper, and ginger. You've got middle notes of cypriol oil, amber, cashmere wood, and patchouli, and then you've got base notes of oud, gurjan balsam, musk, and incense. So what is gurjan balsam? So that is defined as a woody, sweet, dry, balsamic, and resinous scent with hints of pine and patchouli. So that is a new note to me, but I could definitely feel that in this fragrance. So Amir 2 doesn't project like Amir 1 did. It's very light in the air when first sprayed. Amir 2 also has an element of skanky oud in the opening, but it also has some fresh spices with the nutmeg, ginger, and that Gurjan balsam definitely comes through. There's like a woody, lightly sweet, balsamic feel to it, and a little resinous to it too. So whereas Amir 1 is a typical oriental scent, 2 is more woody, spicy. On a blotter, Amir 2 feels very similar to what Amir 1 felt on my skin, in the sense that the oud is more dominant, but it does feel slightly balsamic as well. On my skin, Amir 2 definitely feels more woody and spicy, with the oud also there. So the dry down of 2 is more woody, resinous, with balsamic hints and hints of patchouli. It has like this earthy, ambery touch to it as well. I said it didn't project as much as Amir 1 did. The longevity as well is also less than Amir 1. It lasted approximately 5 hours on my skin. So now let's do a quick roundup of the differences between the two. So Amir 1 is a animalic oud, fresh, floral, musky scent. The projection for the first hour of Amir 1 is amazing. It lasts approximately 7 hours on my skin and is more oriental. The dry down of Amir 1 is like a oud, amber, sandalwood, lightly musk scent. And then we've got Amir 2. So Amir 2 is a little animalic as well. It's got fresh spices, it's woody, lightly sweet, balsamic, and resinous. It doesn't project as much as 1 did. The dry down is like a woody, resinous, earthy, ambery scent. It lasts 5 hours, so less than Amir 1. This one I would define as more woody and spicy. So both of them have the element of oud in it, but Amir 1 is definitely the more animalic one. And then also you've got fresh florals in this as well, and it's also musky. Whereas Amir 2 is more fresh spices, woody, lightly sweet, balsamic, and resinous. So that's the difference between the two. Which one do I prefer? So this is my final verdict. I actually really like both of them, but if I had to pick just one, I would definitely choose Amir 1. It definitely relates to more of the scent profile that I prefer. That's not to say that Amir 2 is bad. Amir 2 is really, really nice as well, but I definitely prefer Amir 1 more. It's something that I would be comfortable wearing. Obviously, when you live in the UK and the western part of the world, people don't really like animalic ouds, but that doesn't put me off, to be honest. I still wear it if I want to. So both fragrances are 100% unisex, so everybody can wear them. In terms of season suitability as well, you can wear them all year round. There's absolutely no problem whatsoever. That is my comparison of the two fragrances by the house of Ajmal. So we've got Amir 1 and Amir 2. If you have any questions that I haven't covered in this video, then you can let me know in the comments box below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.